PTR quick navigation, updated home screen, map updates. General. A new fallback tower has been added to the Wonger lanes on each of the following battleground maps. On the Wonger lanes. The new tower will die when its corresponded 4 dies. Alterac Battlefield, Blackheart, Braxis Tower, DMDM, Curse Hole, Dragon Shower, Garden, Hanamura, Inferno, Skydam, Bottom, Spark, Tarazdo. Pretty much every map. I don't see a no map. Fallback Tower. So they're bringing back the original third tower. DMDM. Attacks from towers near keeps and the core will now reduce hero armor. And the reduction has been increased from minus 1020 to 2040. Attacks from towers near keeps. So does that mean that if you dive and you're only if you're prioritized by the towers, if they're minions, they're gonna eat up the shots. Now you're gonna lose armor faster and more armor. Sounds good to me. Makes defenders better if they clean the minions and they don't let it get pushed. Sounds very good to me. Attacks from the fallback tower will reduce hero armor similar to towers near keeps and the core. Cool. Sounds bad, why? Sounds very good. Diving has been a bit too strong at the moment. They're answering that. I don't remember towers reducing armor by 10 though. Or maybe towers reduce armor to 20 and then forts reduce to 40. No, this is core. The core reduces and the keep reduces. Now Stitch is OP. People were saying that Stitches was gonna be OP at the start of the patch already. Let me actually put the chat up so people know what I am, that I'm not talking to myself. I guess fallback towers are too behind to target minions. So it's avoid diving behind fort, but someone's too OP. Yeah. That's not smart. Eh? Ban word Stitches? No. Why would be ban word? I don't get. Stitches has a big cooldown on hook. He needs to actually aim it. Oh, you mean Stitches as a defend? I mean, sure, Gorge is gonna be a bit stronger, but I don't think it's ban worthy. Because the towers are gonna burst faster. I don't know. Fort keeps and core will no longer grant allied heroes that take damage in the radius 35 armor for 4 seconds. Oppa! I don't like that. I kinda like the armor being given. The comeback system has been slightly magnified, particularly at the wide level gaps. Comeback system? What the fuck is that? Is there something of a comeback thingy? If there is a big level gap in the game that I've never known about? Plus SP when you kill higher level heroes. Oh, yeah, I've seen that as a number, but I never knew why it was happening. I thought it was I thought it was like headhunting, like if a hero had a big kill streak, then he would reward more experience because he had a lot of kills. So it's like a headhunter reward. But I guess it's not that. It was like behind on level. Okay. Outrack pass. Cavalry now gain more health in the later stages of the game. Hell no! What? Cavalry already was pretty hard to deal with, especially if you're out of forts. Cavalry now take 60% damage from structure, up from 50. Okay, that's good. Early capture time reduced From 30 to 25, the first spawn only spawns a single defending unit. Huh? Wait, what? Actually, that makes sense. This kind of sounds OP though. But it makes sense because a lot of people ignore the first objective. Because it takes a lot of investment and they prefer to push and do camps all the time. This is gonna make it so it's easier to capture the objective. So you would want to invest into that. But that also makes disgusting heroes like a Noob Scarab build cheese this a lot worse. Ay. See, Noir coming in when cheese has been mentioned instantly. What a little rat. Loves cheese, man. Braxis. Early objectives have more than held by 15%. But scaling has been increased significantly after 15 minutes. That sounds very good to me. So this means that Braxis is gonna be less strong early, which people have been complaining about. And is gonna be much more punishing later. After, I mean, most Braxis game don't even last more than 15 minutes. So that seems completely fine by me. Garden of Terror. Health scaling increased. Garden of Terror. Health increase. Garden of Terror extension disabled plan. Bob now damages itself at 10% per second. Up from 6. This is very good. The Bob taking extra damage. I thought it was way too slow. From what I've experienced. Health scaling increased Garden of Terror. Has Garden of Terror been a weak objective? I would say so. Yeah, I have noticed that the Garden of Terror would start pushing a lane and it wouldn't even get to a fort and would just die to minions. Yeah, I guess this is good. Infernal Shrines. Early objectives have lowered in health by 50%, but scaling has been increased significantly. Was Infernal Shrines objective that strong? I wouldn't say so. Maybe only the frozen one. Whatever. If they wanna do that, that's fine. Warhead Junction nuke damage has been changed to flat scaling damage. Scaling is updated when a warhead is picked up. Nuke now deal double damage versus forts. Bro, why are you even telling me about these warhead changes? I haven't even experienced warhead yet, man. Where is the new maps coming into ranked balance? Pinnacle rewards have been added to multiple heroes. This will be hard to obtain but provide powerful rewards. Huh? Oh! Extra quest rewards? That sounds so cool. What the fuck? Dishonorable Discharge W. Bonuses are now provided at 20, 45, and 150 hits. At 20 hits? Wait, Dishonorable Dish, is that's W, yeah? Yeah, 2 additional strikes. So first it was 30, now it's 20. At 20 hits gain 30% damage, that's very strong. At 45 gain 75% damage residual coded by 2, that's giga strong. At 150, Lightning Round provides 2 additional strikes. Wait, what? This is in reality a heavy nerf? Wait, what? Wait a second. If it's a nerf, they need to change the baseline ability to be nerfed. Which I don't seem to be the case at the moment. Charged up level 7, move to be a level 13 talent. That is a nerf. No longer provides additional hits, but instead provides cooldown and refresh on hero takedowns. Ooh. This is, I would say, a big nerf here. Because the additional hits were very important. They balance it out with takedowns, which is fine though. So wait a second. No, but you get double the damage of lightning. And thunder strikes have been moved to a level 7 talents. So you still get thunder strikes, even though it's earlier, which is the scaling damage. It just has a lower cap of scale because you don't get the extra hits, which I believe were 2 extra. Or 3. I think it was... You had 4 or 5 to begin with, and then it went up to 7. Now you need to get the 150 reward to get the extra hits that you need always to stack it reasonably. Oh, this is the extra hits. Oh, that's what the extra 2 hits meant on the 150. Which is... I thought it was like, you can cast W an extra time or something. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, look. So W build is a lot stronger early now. Not only on the 20, but on the 45 it's a lot stronger. That's like 100... W hasn't had an extra damage, man. Now it does 100% more damage if you're at 45 stacks, which is insane. It's just the scale is worse. Because of the 2 additional hits. I think this is a massive buff. What the fuck are you guys talking about? What do you mean Omega nerf? No, but it's already good on 45. Insanely good. I don't get what you guys are talking about. Forget about 152 additional stacks. So I'm gonna have to go inside the game to see the number wise for what we're trying to talk about here. I think you guys are not... I mean, I haven't done the math in my head, but I think the total number at the end is bigger with the new changes. Seven is 13 now, dude. Range is not a thing now. Okay, that's a fair point. The range does help a lot, which has been moved. I didn't realize that, but you still do a lot of your stacking on melees usually. It is gonna be more risky though, true. Let's see. I wanna see damage-wise what's going on. $100 damage, an additional 75. Deals 100 increase to minions. For 4 seconds. So first is 100 and then 75, which is 4 ticks. Assumption the W still needs the same 3 hits before it starts stacking. This is gonna be pure ass of a quest. Yeah, you can only get 2 stacks. And they move the extra stacking, so it is gonna be very slow, true. But let's see the damage thingy. 100 extra damage. Gain 30%. At 20 hits, gain 30% damage. So this is for the total ability, 100%. So 200 and then 150.
Right now.
And what happens with the talents? The 2 extra hits are moved. And the range. But the extra ticking damage is moved early. So if you risk early to get to 45 stacks, you're gonna be doing double damage, man. And you wouldn't need to overextend for that double damage for the 2 ticks to get that extra damage. So this is potentially a high risk, high reward, which I think is very cool. I like it. You're already getting 1% damage boost per stack, so that part just works slightly better.
You know, you and me could be out there cracking skulls right now.
But I think the stacking quest, the 75% is gone now. At 75. But you get plus 30 and plus 5. But you only get the 75 Wait, how does W work now?
How's it going, laddie?
Increases his damage after third. So it will slowly ramp up damage. Two extra. The first one is counted as one strike. So fourth, the third and fourth. The fourth and the fifth count, and then you get two extra. So you would be getting only 2 stacks max.
You know, you and me could be out there crack.
Well, but it adds, so most of the bonus comes from the current 13 anyway. Yeah, but the current 13 comes from 7 now. So if you get a lot of stacks early, this is gonna be much better. It's hard work, man. But if you're not getting stacks, you're gonna be worse. That's what I'm getting from all of that. I know, I like it. I think you should risk diving into a out of the box build like that if you want to make it work. I like it. You don't have the extra risk? Yeah, I get it. I get you don't have the extra 2 hits, so stacking is gonna be slower. That's the risk. I personally like it. I think build should be a lot more polarizing into going into a certain path. I'm fine with the less damage. But you'll get a lot more damage if you successfully stack. Next, frequent flare. That's the auto attack type. Reduce auto attack speed bonus by 15%. Now provide 1 stack per minion and 5 stack per hero. Wait, isn't that a lot more? It used to be 0.1 per minion. Or 0.2 per minion and 1 per hero. At 50 stacks, gain 20 attack damage. That's insane. At 125 stack, gain 50 damage. At 300 stack, gain... Wait, what? This sounds like super buff. Hold the phone.
How's it going, laddie?
So, this is not an infinite quest anymore. And your takedowns will only give half of the auto attack. Instead of... Well, why did they buff auto attack build so much? I mean, I guess it's the least popular. But come on, man. Only a 50% nerf on auto attack speed is less bursty, but you're gonna be able to have a lot more auto attack damage, which also allows you to lifesteal for more with the level 4 talent. And 1 stack per minion? That's insane. What? That's like 7 stacks per wave. Instead of like your usual 1.4 currently. Faust's first ban, it sounds like from the auto attack build at the moment. 125 damage. That's like Butcher. The fuck? There's a Butcher reward slap it to you on 300 stacks. Okay, next talent. That sounds very broken to me on the auto attack build. Bonuses are now provided at 30, 80, and 150 rather than incremental gains. At 30 stacks gain 30 damage, which was currently the same, right?
How's it going, laddie?
No, it was 15 damage. But it also had an infinite scale. But it probably balances out with the scale up to 30. What else do we have here? At 80, gain 50 damage. At 150, gain 70 damage. It's gonna be pretty easy to gain 150 stacks. But now, lose 8 stacks on that, but cannot lose milestone. But it doesn't sound to me like... Wait, it doesn't sound to me like they're removing the stacks itself. I thought that there are no more stacks and now it has a pinnacle reward. But there should be stacks in order for it to get a pinnacle reward. So, it doesn't sound to me like there is a stack cap like Zuzhin. You just get extra stuff if you on these quests. It sounds to me like they just buffed every single quest on Falstad, with Dishonorable Discharge being a very risky pick. Ay, ay, ay. Why did they do that? Falstad was already very strong here. You get nothing per stack, only the milestones? Oh, okay. But that makes it less fun for people, because people wanted to see number stacks infinite value. I know this just makes early game better and late game worse. But these are very big flat numbers, and with the scaling damage, it probably doesn't matter. So it sounds to me like still a buff. Next, go down. Echoes corruption, increase stat requirement to 60 instead of 30. Pinnacle reward at 100 stacks. Corruption now heals for 50% damage dealt. Okay. Echoed corruption. So early game is nerf, but late game is buff. 50% of the damage dealt. That's insane. Half of the damage you heal. Holy moly. Pursuit of Flame. Q. Radius increased. A little bit extra. Rewarded to save Fell Flame's area is increased by 33. You now lose 6 stacks upon death and cannot lose progress upon completion. Huh? Why would you make Q build harder to stack? That doesn't make any sense.
I remember you.
6 stacks on them, what? I mean, 5% is kinda nice. But... And this is just a reward. I don't get the stacks rules on that. I mean, it's not a hard quest to complete. You usually complete pretty easily. I don't know why they need to do that though. I didn't think it was needed. Alright, next. Yeah, I mean, I like Q build as well, but Corruption build has always been a late game build that you try to get to the 16 talent to really pop it off. So go down, finishing this at 60. I mean, sometimes you might have some bad aiming and even you might not even get 30 up to 16 level, but now you have a bigger reward if you invest into this late game build. I like it. Kerrigan. Primal Grasp cooldown reduced by 2. That's big. The late damage reduced by 30. I don't like that. Initial damage increased. Overall, this is a total nerf to the ability for bursting, but it's a big buff to the E builds with the spell armor, which I like. 60 stacks take too long. Yeah, I get it. It takes double the amount of time, which in Corruption has already been a bit harder to complete. But I like it that you have a build that is more focused on late game a lot more. That if you risk to invest into late game, you're gonna get a bigger reward at the end, but you're gonna suck if you don't do it well. Make 16 useless? Why? No, the 16, you get the 60 requirement on 16 at 60, which is echo backwards. What do you mean is useless? And then the heal also heals. Yeah, I don't want level 1. People say that for W Fausted currently. I don't want to hear any of that. Or inside on Karazim. You guys need to realize that you can invest into late game and that's fine. You don't need to play early game all the time, man. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon, some of the games. Aye. It's dumb like it was strong if you don't get it done early. But Q is hyper carry build needing 16. If it takes forever, you have no reason to ever take it overkill. Well, you're gonna have to make that decision and judgment if it's gonna take forever or no by the drafts. So it's a knowledge and risk investment. I like it. It pays out for good players to know when to invest into that. Aye. Ravage Q damage reduced. Nerf to Q build. I think that's fine because Q build has been dominant. If you get 100 days, you should have already won the game. No, you shouldn't have. Sometimes the games take longer into late. Also, it's not 100 days. It's gonna be 30 to 50 years. Impaling Blades W cooldown reduced as well by 3. Damage reduced. So pretty much you can do combo 2 seconds earlier. More often, which is insane. And also combos quite a lot with the auto attack cooldown reduction talent. That they buffed. Holy shit. Let me see what else do we get here. Now includes a baseline quest. Kill enemies within 1.5 seconds of hitting enemy with Ravage. Minions grant 1 progress and heroes grant 5 at 75. Ravage gains? Wait, what? Wait, what? Kerrigan can now have double Q damage? Baseline? And a pinnacle reward? Gain additional 2. What? Radius increased? Extra radius? Stun duration reduced. Okay. I don't think that's whatever. That's a huge buff to Kerrigan. What the fuck? Shield gain from basic attacks. 10 extra %. What? Fury of the Swarm. No longer increases shield gain from primary attacks. That's the splash, right? Let me check in game. Yep. Gain 10% more assimilating shields from basic attacks. Yeah, that's fine. They just balance that talent. Level 4. Gain 25% attack speed for 3 seconds after using Ravage. A new level 4 talent. What is this contesting with? Let's see here. The quest. Is the quest still alive? And you have this talent, this. All of these talents are already great. And the game is telling me that I could go for auto attack speed now. Let's see here. No other changes on the level 4, so you can go for stacks if you want. But why would you go for stacks? The stacks, they don't say they remove the level 4 Q stacks. And they go up to like 75? Why would you want to go stacks if you already get stacks baseline? Yeah, more Q damage, but... It doesn't seem like it's worth investing now. Boundless Fury. Cooldown increased by 2 seconds, that's fair. So, you get to jump a little bit less now that Q is stronger. Queen of Blades cooldown reduction by 4. This is insane. Like, this is... Not only it combos with the new level 4, the cooldown reduction drop on the baseline now with the auto attacks, you're gonna need pretty much 2 auto attacks to reset your abilities. Instead of 3 or 4. Wait, no, I'm thinking about another talent. Queen of Blades. Wait, I was thinking about Blade Momentum. No, this is the same. Queen of Blades. Reduce the cooldown of Ravage. Reduced by 1. And what is the baseline Q? Wasn't it like 5? 8.
The swarm is the instrument of my...
Wait. Reduces the cooldown
is the instrument
of Ravage.
my will.
Wait. Wait, what? You can baseline reduce Q permanently or get Boundless Fury. This makes this talent a much tasty choice now. It really depends if you want to queue an extra time on the same hero, or do you want to use Q more often throughout a fight. It pretty much works the same. This gives you less single target burst, but gives you more PV value. And Merc Camp clear as well. Interesting.
You realize evolution.
Alright then. Yeah, I think most people would prefer Boundless Fury still as well. But that's nice. It needs to be tested, I guess. See how it goes. Ultra less damage reduced. I think that's fair. But I don't feel like Ultralisk has been like a huge... Oh wow, we got hit by big Ultralisk damage. It's not fair. I don't know why they would have done that, but it makes sense that after all the buffs they will do a nerf somewhere. Chrysalis, HP Ward, that's fine. Reduce the amount of HP regenerate. I don't like that. I mean, I feel like Chrysalis has already been fair. And they nerfing it? Like you would break the Chrysalis pretty quick already. And you would get less regen? That sounds like a big nerf. Ultra exists for stunning, getting shields from it. Yeah. You don't do it so much for the damage. But still, the damage is nice if you want to burst someone. Painful spikes, damage reduced. That's the W. Once you land W, your next 6 attacks do extra damage to a target. So nerf to single target burst. Sure, whatever. Omega Storm increases extended duration from 0.25 per hit to 0.4 per hit. That's very good. I like it. Sylvanas. Black Arrows. Now refers to what was previously called Banshee's Curse. Okay. New baseline quest. Deal damage to non-minions with 3 stacks. At 200 stacks, increase the damage bonus of Black Arrows to 50. Okay. So you get stacks automatically on the trait, which is gonna make it so after 3 stacks, which was the crit damage, now that is increased by 50. But stacking it is not gonna be easy because it only... But it says it deals damage, so it's whatever damage. So you can stack with Q, You can stack with auto attack, you can stack with Shadow Dagger. So this is gonna be actually pretty fast. And it's gonna improve your crit damage by 50. And then another 400. Gain 50 lifesteal against enemies with 3 stacks of Black Arrow. This is insane. But reduces the base damage to 50. Yeah, but it was already like 25, right? Or 30 or something. Let's see. Sylvanas. Black Arrows. Deals 25 more.
Dark Lady watches over you.
Bro, Sylvanas Giga buffed. They only reduced the crit by 10 early game. But then you stack it Giga fast from all damage dealt. And it gets double the damage now once you get to 200 instead of what it was. Holy shit. You can stack on buildings? Oh shit, you can. Yeah, you're right. Non-minions. So you can PV stack as well. What? N-Works. Holy shit. Okay, what else we have here? Unrelenting Torment. New. Increases the damage Shadow Dagger by 20, increases duration by 1. Why would I wanna take this over stacks? Because stacks haven't been removed. This is only really good if you don't wanna stack but wanna have taking damage on mobile heroes like Genji and Zeratul. Just mark them with dagger. Like extra poison damage. It's nice to have more options, I guess. Otherwise, what this also does is more overall AoE damage from dagger without needing to stack it. Wait, what is the current quest? Because this is a flat 20 only. Current quest, it can go a lot more. Increase shadow damage by 0.5 per stack. So at 40 stacks, this already is gonna be better than this new talent. Besides the extra second duration. I mean, if you want an earlier Shadow Dagger build option, which most people like early talents, this works great to me. And it has utility. New PTR patch, yep, don't you? We're reverting it right now. Yeah, I get it. This is new for talent level. What do you mean duration for minus 25 armor? I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's the duration of the entire damage. It's not for the negative armor. No, it's not about that. It's about the extra duration of taking damage. It now does extra damage. This is baseline dagger changes, not the changes for a level 13 future thing. So now, when you play with Shadow Dagger,
The Dark Lady watches.
instead of being 150 over 2.5, it's gonna be 225 over 3.5. Or whatever the math is. Yeah, you made me look Harkness, whatever. 13 what?
The Dark Lady watches.
Yeah, that's 2.5 as well. So what? Yeah, you would get extra armor duration on that talent. But that doesn't make it useless like Dempelman is saying. No, it's not useless. You get extra ticking damage as well on top. That's baseline ticking damage increasement. Yeah, and that should be a flat fixed duration. Well, you can choose W stacks if you want to stack. If you don't want to stack W, but you want the extra dagger benefits, you can take this. The extra duration is good if you're trying to finish mobile heroes like Genji and Zero. I already said that. I don't know why you're arguing with me like it's a useless talent, man. I disagree with you. I'm moving forward. Next, counting arrows. You can now activate black arrows to cause all damage dealt to stun. To cause all damage dealt to stun non-heroes. To stun. To cause all damage to stun non-heroes. So that's a rework of the previous black arrows. Reduced by 3 seconds when attacking a structure. So... Oh, this is a new talent. Wait a second. Wait, what? It is the current D, but doesn't that mean the current D is already working like a normal and this is extra?
The Dark Lady watches over
Stun structures for 3 seconds, lasts for 10 seconds. Cooldown 40. You can now activate black arrows to cause all damage dealt. Wait, they didn't specify that this is removed as an activatable thing from Sylvanas. From baseline, man. I guess it now refers to what previously called Banshee black arrows. Fine. I think they should have specified it here that the freeze has been reworked or something. So, you cannot cheese towers early now until level 4, which I like. And now, the thing is that if you want to split push with Sylvanas, now you need to take a level 4 talent. And you contest this with Wave Clear, Possession, and Merc. Freeze. Interesting. I think that makes sense because freezing no longer does anything much in the current meta because minions take the 4th aggro. So as long as you have minions, it doesn't matter if you're freezing anymore as much deep. So, cause all damage dealt to stun. Reduced by 3 seconds when attacking a structure. Doesn't say dealing any type of damage attacking. So yeah, this seems fair to me. But why would you want to choose this talent over pushing the minions faster? It sounds to me like you would never choose this talent. But there is an extra tower now. So maybe that's gonna come into play. The extra tower is gonna be stopping things. So this is gonna allow you to dive on the back better. Very cool situational thing. Alright, Barb Shot, bonus damage increased by 50. I love it. Lost Soul rework, which is the cooldown reduction talent for the stacks. Reduce the cooldown of Shadow Drag when attacking non-minions with 3 stacks. By 7? What? Double versus heroes? I think the current is more on heroes though. Wait a second. I think it was like 1.5 or 2.5. 1.75. And now it's... You get it on minions as well. And a little bit less on heroes. Attacking Non-minions. Oh, but it
not
doesn't say
accustomed to
worker
waiting.
minions. But reduces the cooldown also on structures and mercs. Reduce the cooldown Shadow Dagger when attacking. So this is a buff to split push? Because what other talent would you take if you go non-stack split push on Sylvanas on 7? Barb shot?
The Dark Lady watches
Maybe.
over you.
Festering wounds? Hell no. So this makes it a better split push talent. Now, Festering Wounds, you don't need to do that for split push. You can just go for Windrunner for the escape if you want to split push with it. Level 7 is strong for new stacks. Nah. Why is it strong for new stacks? You mean this stack? I mean, sure. I think this is gonna be easy to stack even without a E-Man. I don't think you need it. Sure, if you want to stack it faster, but this already you can just stack from Q as well. I don't think you need to invest into that for stack specifically. That's like taking the level 1 on Zujin for faster stacks. You don't really need to do that. Recast window reduced. That's fair. Next row. Crash lightning. Bonuses are now provided at 15 and 30. That's red. Chain lightning gains 240 damage. Woos 6 stacks on that but can no longer woos milestones. At each milestone, chain lightning gains 240. That seems like a lot of damage. So instead of 360,
What is it you wish, friend?
now you can get up to 480. That's quite a lot more damage. 120 extra. It also buffs with a level 16. No hero priority? Sure. But a lot of the team fights on the Walla maps don't even happen on minions. Like, the only map that is really gonna suffer for that is Infernal Shrines with the skeletons. And maybe the Garden of Terror seats. Any other map are pretty much big fights in the open. Minions rarely get into play in big fights. And having a downside of the minion is whatever. Oh, it does keep the hero priority. Oh, that's even stronger. Echo of Elements. That's blue. Bonuses are now provided 20, 40, and 100. At 20, reduce mana cost of lightning by 20. At 40, will bounce for additional time. At 100, chain lightning gains an extra charge. Bounce an additional time. Sounds like overall better but slower.
What is it you wish, friend?
Reduce the mana by 20. Now it's at 20, but instead of 10, 20. Gain additional charge a lot later. Sounds like a nerf to blue overall on this one. Instead of additional charge, you get 1 extra bounce.
You understand, I'm a war chief, right?
That sounds like a nerf to me. Most people would take Echo for the extra charge, so they spam and proc their trait more, or the level 7. So now they wouldn't be able to do that, which I think is fair. Troll, cheesing, Ancestral Rat had to be slowed down. It was proccing way too often. I think that's fair. Rolling Thunder moved to be a level 7 talent. Sheesh. Non-new level 1. No longer increase chain lightning bounces. Well, what? Maelstrom weapon, now level 1. Oh yes, Green Jesus, auto attack build stack from level 1. Hell yeah, you cannot get all the stacks now though. You have to commit to hammer. Bonuses are now provided at 20, 40, and 75. Good thing about the blow was you could ding it quick. Yeah. Okay. Rather than incremental gains, at 20 stacks gain 20 damage instead of the 1 every stack. At 40 gain 40 damage. So that's a total of 60 at 40 stacks, which is much more than what we had now. In addition to the previous benefits, which is the movement speed benefits. And now at 75, Frostmourne Blizzard now provide 200 extra healing. What? That's insane. It's not that hard. I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't really had a lot of games when I've gotten 75 stacks. But triple the healing? Hell yeah. Man, I love this. I'm taking this. 75 starting on level 1 is super easy. Yeah, and you get it earlier from level 1. So you would be able to get 75 all earlier. Yeah. Like, I think everyone is just gonna take Maelstrom weapon. And they will only take Crash Lightning if they wanna play Poke safer. You do need to commit to auto attacking a lot though, but I think you already can kind of do that with Troll because he's been OP. I thought the quest is only hard because it's on sale. Yeah. Wait, what? Wait. And now you can have other 7 choices with auto attack on 1, which is either Rolling Thunder, which just gives 3% bonus. Whatever, no one is you don't have a reason to take that anymore. Or Elemental Assault, which is very good. Or Ancestral Rat. And they buffed recently Elemental Assault. So you're gonna be hitting a lot harder with throw and auto attacks with this being level 1. Oh boy, Green Jesus. Now the annoying part is that I think everyone is gonna start playing this build. And it was my favorite throw build. And it's not gonna be out of the box build anymore. Oh, man. Alright, what else do we have here? Tempest Fury no longer provides additional quest stacks. That's a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Thunderstorm. Increased damage bonus provided at max stacks from 5%. Which is a bonus to the Echo and the Crash Lightning, which is quite a big scale. Now you get 30% on 480, and this is more for AoE, but plus 5. 1 extra bounce. I know, Echo just doesn't sound good anymore. 100, they should make this instead 160. Like Wind Rush cooldown increased by 10. That's fine. Zuzhen. Base attack nerfed by 2. Weird. U1XD no longer has a cap on stacks. Now causes Zuzhen to lose 3 stacks. 15 hits on death. I love it. Hell yeah. So the annoying part is now that everyone is still gonna go for the level 1 Zuzhen faster stack. Like Q build is gonna be even more specific and what less picked. Recklessness is gonna be giga broken again. A Headhunter is again gonna be never picked. Why didn't they buff Headhunter some way, man? Maybe if you headhunt everyone, get a flat 25% auto attack speed or something. Like, what the fuck is this? Oh, there it is. Increased damage bonus per hero kill from 2 to 2.5. This is nothing! What do you mean? 2.5! Man, what a cheap, what a offense on Headhunter, man. I got you chile. The trash that feed non-stop won't be rewarded. Yeah, I do like that. In general, but don't call them trash. Just call them bad players or noob players. Lose 3 stacks or 15 hits. You don't lose that many stacks though. Even if you die 10 times, you lose 30 stacks. Which is actually quite a lot. Because usually in a game you would have like what? 60 stacks? I think this is very good. I think this is probably the best things the developers could do to satisfy the people that wanted infinite stacks. Like, this is probably the best change HOTS has had in a long time. I love it. Bug fixes. Any important bugs? Background objectives do not start, whatever. Fix initial cost, help text to attacking churches to not spear, whatever. Warhead junction, nuke damage dealt, tracking, whatever. Fix initial Diva mech to not respond with the correct amount of blackheart boons, whatever. Diva quick ass setting to retarget defense metrics, whatever. Firing my lasers, Gazwo. W. Issue that cause firing my lasers warning to not display correctly. What do you mean warning? Big top Gazwo firing my laser to create permanent visuals. Sure. Warning. I don't know what warning the game is talking about. Have the turret had a warning if they're gonna shoot a laser or something? They should increase the reward caps bit and make Q auto attack hit count double. That would have been a cool change, Noir. But we're not getting that. The hitballs warning that wasn't showing. Visual W can. Remember, but when is not on the ground? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Next. Living Bomb. Will not activate its effects on a target that becomes immune on Living Bomb. That's fair. Living Bomb will now apply its effects if the target dies with Living Bomb. That's very good. Wait, why is that has not been working like that so far? Its effects. You mean the explosion or do you mean like the swole talent? Like Living Bomb spreads or dead, right? What do you mean? What effects? Ballistospore Stukov. 2-tip fix. 2-tip fix. Infest active current bonus. 2-tip. 2-tip. Yeah, not much bug changes here. Maybe it was broken on heroes? No, I don't think it was broken. Let's read Kelta's Living Bomb right now. It doesn't spread on hero currently. It only spreads on the level 20. No, it spreads once. Living Bomb. And on 20 it spreads infinitely. I think it needed to be the killing blow on heroes to spread it. Otherwise, if a hero died permanently, it didn't spread. Let's see how the ability works. Deals damage to an enemy. Then they explode, dealing damage. It doesn't say when they die. To all nearby enemies. Other heroes damaged by the explosion are also affected by Living Bomb. Though the secondary explosion cannot spread.
This waiting is quickly growing tiresome.
Yeah, sounds normal to me. It didn't need to be the killing blow. Because sometimes a hero would proc the, let's say, the kill earlier and it would spread again. Should have always? Man, it's already 10:16? Bro, this has been so long. I don't know. I don't get the link bomb thing, but we're done reading the patches. And I had to eat 1 hour ago, man. Holy shit.